Welcome to this video lecture series on antenna and wave propagation. In this video, we'll talk about the basic concepts of antenna. So we'll start with the generation of waves. EM waves are very important part of the antenna. So if we want to communicate with the help of antenna, EM waves are very important. These are required from the transmitting antenna to the receiving antenna. EM waves are generated with the help of transmitting antenna and they are detected by the receiving antenna. So EM waves are studied with the help of Maxwell equations. EM waves are generated with the help of changing electric field and changing magnetic field. With the help of Maxwell equation 1, we see that the changing magnetic field is required for the generation of electric field. With the help of Maxwell equation number 2, we see that the changing electric field is required for the generation of magnetic field. So, if we combine these two equations, we see that the electric field and magnetic field are generated with the help of each other. Plus, they are perpendicular to each other. So, they are transverse in nature, in which electric field and magnetic field have different planes for their propagation. The electric field is produced by changing charge and magnetic field is produced by changing current. So we know that EM waves is produced by electric field and magnetic field. So EM waves need changing current as well as changing charge to produce it. So we have changing electric field and magnetic field. We consider them in loops. If changing electric field is this loop and changing magnetic field is this loop, we can say that changing electric field is producing changing magnetic field, which in turn produces changing electric field, which in turn produces changing magnetic field. So this is the basic principle for the generation of the EM wave. So now we'll see the communication link. In the communication link, as you can see, we have the transmitting antenna, we have the link between transmitting antenna and the transmitter, then we have receiving antenna, the link between receiving antenna and the receiver. So we'll start with the transmitter. The signal from the transmitter goes from the transmitter to the transmitting antenna with the help of the link between transmitting antenna and the transmitter. From there, this EM wave which I told about is generated. This EM wave is a planar EM wave, which means that it is not 3D, it is 2D. This planar EM wave moves from transmitting antenna to the receiving antenna. Then this receiving antenna converts this EM wave again into the form of current. And this current travels from receiving antenna to the receiver with the help of receiving link. So this is the process which happens in the communication link. From the communication link, we saw that we have a transmitting antenna and a receiving antenna. So this is the classification based upon the application of antenna. We have various kind of antenna which we classify according to application, shape, structures, etc. So what is an antenna? We'll see what is an antenna by its various definitions. Antenna is a device which helps in transmission or reception of the signal. So which I said, transmitting and receiving antenna. On the other hand, we can say antenna as a transducer. Transducer means it helps converted the guided wave in a device to EM wave, which is in the free space. And then we can say antenna as a sensor also. When we consider the receiving antenna, so we see that the antenna acts as a sensor. Now, at last, we can say antenna to be an impedance matching device, which helps to receive or transmit signal from the device to the free space or from the free space to the device. So now we'll see the radiation mechanism with the help of water analogy. Now I consider a ball which is dropped on a plane surface of water. So when the ball is dropped on the plane surface of water, water moves outside. The movement of water is represented by the wave of the antenna. So when the ball moves inside, the radiation moves upside. So when I remove this ball completely, this radiation comes to an end, and this shows the damping nature of the wave. So now again we'll get the flat water. Now if I want this wave to be continuous, now if I want this wave not to be dampened, so I want this ball to be there for throughout the time. So this situation shows that I need a continuous energy for the generation of a continuous wave. So now we'll see the requirements of wave generation in a single wire transmission line. So if I have this single wire transmission line, the current density would be represented as the current. So J is equal to I, and I will consider this formula in which I represent the current through this transmission line. Rho represent the volume charge density, which means that the charge per unit volume. So I will take this formula and then I'll multiply it with L. So Q represent the charge per unit length. So when I multiply it with the whole length of the tube, so I will get the total charge over this transmission line. So I will get charge multiplied by velocity. So when I take the differentiation of this whole equation, it will look like this, where we get the change in current is directly proportional to the acceleration. So we see that acceleration of the charge is required for the generation of EM wave, because the changing current will produce changing electric field, which in turn will produce changing magnetic field. So this will happen again and again in the loop, and we will get the EM wave. So if I have this static charge, it will never generate the EM wave. If I have the charge moving like this in a straight line with a uniform velocity, it will not generate the EM wave. Now if I have the charge which is moving in this curved line, so it will generate EM waves at the point where the line is curved. And then if I have this bend type, in that case I will have the EM wave generated at the bend only. So if I have another case in which I have a truncated tube or an oscillating device in which the charge is oscillating, so in these cases at the point of truncation the EM waves will generate, or at the point of oscillation where the charges will move back and forth, at that point the EM waves will generate. We'll stop at this point for this video, and from the next video we'll talk about the fundamental parameters of the antenna. I hope you like this video. Like and share my video and subscribe this channel, and stay tuned for further videos.